Many years ago, I posted some information that was, basically trying to save my life. And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
Basically.
Her model and longtime girlfriend of entertainer Sean Diddy Combs, Kim Porter, was laid to rest yesterday in her hometown of Columbus, Georgia. Funeral taking place at Cascade Hills Church. Porter leaves behind 3 children with Combs and an older son by singer AlBSure. Celebrity pastor T.D. Jakes did the eulogy for the funeral. Porter was found dead in her Los Angeles home last Thursday. Authorities say she went into cardiac arrest while fighting flu-like symptoms. She was 47 years old.
In a bombshell development that's sending shockwaves through the music industry, legendary r/&B singer AlBSure has come forward with explosive allegations involving Sean Diddy Combs. Al claims Diddy may have been involved in the mysterious death of Kim Porter and even tried to silence him permanently. These aren't just wild rumors. AlBSure says he's been subpoenaed and is now ready to reveal everything he knows. But what really happened behind the scenes, and why are so many now beginning to believe his story?
Our next guest was a New Jack Swing superstar in the 80s. Now, AlBSure is using his second chance at life to fight for health equity.
After surviving a coma and liver transplant, he's an advocate pushing for real healthcare change. He's also exposing shocking truths about the music industry and recording artist Diddy in his upcoming tell-all, Do You Believe Me Now?
It all began with a jaw-dropping interview that's been making waves across social media. AlBSure didn't hold back. He boldly claimed that Diddy may have been involved in Kim Porter's sudden and tragic death, and even alleged that Diddy tried to have him killed. But Al isn't just talking anymore. He says he's ready to testify under oath. The timing is explosive, coming just as Diddy faces a growing number of lawsuits, federal raids, and multiple criminal investigations. With the music world watching closely, Al's revelations could mark a turning point in one of hip-hop's biggest scandals.
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
Absolutely not.
Why? What evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, all having a great time. And I'm, grabbing Sean like, what? And she's in the back going, stop, So it was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was a lot of the stuff, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to finally tell my story. Every network came to me, participate in so and so, but I said, listen, I have no interest in speaking about another man.
But you are in the book.
Yeah, right. But this, I will speak about where our paths cross and what's most relevant. It's something I've been trying to say for many years. And unfortunately, Roseanne, even with Sean being incarcerated, that's not a celebration. There's no celebration in it. First and foremost, there's way too much collateral damage, and in many ways. Many people's lives are affected, and in fact, a genre of music that I grew up in is ruined right now.
AlBSure and Kim Porter were once a couple, and together they had a son, Quincy. After their breakup, Kim began dating Diddy in the mid-1990s. According to Gene Deal, a former close associate of Diddy, the music mogul didn't just fall for Kim. He allegedly stole her from Al. Eventually, Diddy adopted Quincy and raised him as his own, creating the appearance of a blended, loving family. However, behind the scenes, the relationship between Kim and Diddy was anything but stable, and according to multiple insiders, it was far from safe. Friends and former staffers have since described a toxic dynamic fueled by jealousy, control, and emotional manipulation. Tensions reportedly ran high for years, and some now wonder if those turbulent moments could be connected to Kim's untimely and still mysterious death.
Him and Al never been the best of friends. He had motherfuckers think that he had adopted Quincy, and he never did. Al was never out of his son's life. I knew Al way back in Mount Vernon. He used to wear leather pants and 100 degrees. With Al. I knew it way back then though, man. Al a good dude. A good dude. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So if Al got something to say about that's happening to him and Puff has something to do with it, trust and believe he gonna have evidence to substantiate that Puff did that shit. Either he gave him something or sent something his way.
But what was the beef between AlBSure and Diddy? Like, why wasn't they on good terms?
And it was dating Kim. You understand? That's his kid's mother. And they was cool, they was friends. Misa and Kim was cool. They was all in that Uptown family, Uptown Records family. How you gonna date the mother of you my man, you cool, we all be around each other, and you dating the mother of my son? Alan never go try to date Misa. You know what I mean?
Insiders, including Diddy's former bodyguard, have come forward with disturbing claims about his behavior behind closed doors, alleging a long history of violence and control. One chilling story stands out: an incident on Sunset Boulevard where Diddy allegedly assaulted Kim Porter inside a car. According to witnesses, Kim didn't stay silent. She warned Diddy that if he ever laid hands on her again, she'd make sure the entire world knew the truth. This was far from an isolated event. Years later, singer Cassie filed a lawsuit detailing a harrowing pattern of abuse that allegedly spanned over a decade, echoing many of the same themes. Other former partners and associates have since echoed similar allegations, painting a picture of a man whose public image may have hidden a much darker reality. The emerging testimonies now suggest a disturbing pattern of emotional, physical, and psychological abuse stretching back decades, sparking renewed calls for accountability.
A lot of things happened to Kim that she never explained to her father. So to see that girl take that beating like that, her father probably thought within himself, that's some of the things that happened to my daughter. And it has to be sickening to him, knowing that his daughter probably went through the same shit that Cassie went through.
Yeah, he made a comment saying that he was disgusted when he seen that video. He even said that he wouldn't even do a dog like that, the way Diddy did Cassie.
Yeah. His heart would go out to Cassie because he's looking at the fact that his daughter's not here to even raise her own damn kids, man. His daughter's not here in to see, because I got daughters myself, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I give my heartbeat, both my arms. And just to imagine and think that somebody was doing that to your daughter, bro. I know Kim got tired. That's why she took that corkscrew and ripped his damn arm out. Tried to rip his arm off for putting his hands on him. I know she was tired. Them pillow fights and that smothering her with the pillows and all that, like he playing with her. I know she was tired.
Yeah, he also told Rolling Stone that Diddy, he's a jealous person that don't know what love is.
He knows that, bro. Kim couldn't have nobody, bro. Kim couldn't have nobody. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Diddy could do whatever, Puff could do whatever he wanted to do, Brother Love could do whoever he wanted to be. If Kim ever tried to get with somebody, Puff would interfere with them or with her trying to be with.
AlBSure has revealed that Kim Porter was living in fear, terrified that Diddy might hurt her. According to Al, Kim confided in him shortly before her death, saying she was preparing to go public with explosive details about their relationship and what she had endured. But in 2018, that opportunity was tragically cut short when Kim died suddenly. The official cause of death was ruled as lobar pneumonia, yet many close to her and fans around the world found the circumstances deeply suspicious. Kim was reportedly healthy and active in the days leading up to her passing, and those who knew her say she had no prior signs of serious illness. Questions quickly mounted. Why was there such a delay in releasing her autopsy report? Why was her home suddenly sealed off? For many, Kim's death has never felt like a closed case, and AL's recent statements are reigniting public concern.
Still want to find out the truth because allegedly Kim was fine the day before and the day of her death. And then now she found in the bed dead from pneumonia. That just don't sound right, bro. That don't sound right at all.
So you feel the same way about her death being suspect?
I don't think nobody in America thinks nothing suspicious about Kim's death, bro. If you are rich like that, you could, Kim had, I think a net worth of like, what, 12 million a year or something like that? Kim could have called any doctor to come over and look at her. If she was that bad, she could have called an ambulance or something like that. Everything is suspicious about her death, bro.
AlBSure claims that before her sudden death, Kim Porter was working on a tell-all book that would have exposed shocking truths about Diddy and the dark side of their relationship. According to Al, after Kim's death, her phone and laptop mysteriously disappeared, devices he believes were stolen in an attempt to erase critical evidence and silence her voice forever. Former Diddy associate Gene Deal has backed up this claim, stating the electronics vanished under suspicious and unexplained circumstances. Sources close to Kim say she had documented years of abuse, secrets, and insider knowledge about powerful figures in the industry. Now, many believe those missing files could contain explosive revelations, possibly the key to unraveling one of the music industry's deepest and most dangerous secrets. The idea that someone may have deliberately wiped her digital footprint to protect themselves is fueling growing public interest and concern over what really happened to Kim Porter and why.
The case really needs to be reopened. Because if that girl was there and she said that Kim was all right, what happened from 8 to 11? And why did all Kim's stuff come up missing?
I ain't know any of that, man. I never heard of that. So when they found her, she had bruises and a lot of her stuff was missing?
Bro, it's a lot of suspect things going on. First and foremost, in our day and time, other than a house key, a woman gonna keep her phone and she got a lot of different purses, but everybody always grab their phone. Why come right till today, right now, nobody knows what Kim Porter's phone is? And they know they had iPhones. Why have nobody went to the cloud and got the text messages and the things off her phone? Because everything that came in that phone is text, and your iPhone find my phone. Nobody tried to find the phone.
For years, AlBSure remained silent, battling serious health issues that nearly took his life. But as Diddy's mounting legal troubles exploded into public view, Al finally broke his silence. He began posting cryptic messages on social media, tagging law enforcement agencies and dropping subtle but alarming hints about what he's known all along. Al claimed that Kim Porter had confided in him shortly before her death, warning that something dangerous was coming. Even more chilling, he suggested that his own near-death experience wasn't natural, hinting that someone may have deliberately tried to silence him too. According to Al, he had been trying to speak out for years but was ignored or brushed off. Now, with federal investigations surrounding Diddy and a growing chorus of accusers stepping forward, Al feels the time has finally come to tell everything. He believes the truth about Kim's death, his mysterious illness, and a larger cover-up is on the verge of being exposed, and he's ready to testify.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying.
In a recent Fox News interview, AlBSure dropped another bombshell, revealing that he has been officially subpoenaed to testify in the ongoing case involving Diddy. Al made it clear that he didn't volunteer this information. The government came to him. Now, he says he has no choice but to speak his truth under oath. He also claimed that for years, there was a calculated effort to discredit him, spreading false narratives to make him appear mentally unstable and unreliable. According to Al, powerful figures orchestrated a campaign to silence him, even going so far as to place a bounty on his head. Despite these threats, Al says he's no longer afraid. He believes he's one of the last people still alive who truly knows what happened, and he's determined to honor Kim Porter's memory by telling everything he knows. In his words, "They tried to erase me, but I'm still here, and I'm not backing down."
But one thing is, you have volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys worked something out. So I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I am. And again, there's no, like I said, this is not marketing for me. I'm living this life. And
So
the
let me
only
ask-
reason I wanted to tell the story, Kurt, was very specifically because I was ignored. There was the most expensive PR campaign against me to shut me down. If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive. So this is not about a scared thing, it's just time to reveal the truth.
Some believe Kim Porter was silenced because she was preparing to expose dangerous truths, just as Cassie later attempted to do. Her death, to many, wasn't just tragic but suspicious, and some fear it may be part of a broader pattern involving other artists who died under mysterious and unsettling circumstances. Had Kim lived long enough to publish her alleged tell-all book, some insiders speculate it could have brought Diddy's powerful empire crashing down years ago. AlBSure is one of them. He firmly believes that Kim held the keys to secrets that threaten some of the industry's biggest names. He claims the entertainment world knows this all too well, but has chosen to remain silent out of fear and self-preservation. According to Al, the truth about Kim's death and the corruption behind it has been buried for too long. But now, as cracks in the facade begin to show, the industry may finally be forced to reckon with its darkest secrets.
I'm blaming this entire industry in the way it's gone. And, there's no one person that's in charge, but this level and this magnitude of a story, of detriment, of diabolical, just heinous, whatever's really going on, it's unfortunate.
For years, AlBSure was mocked and dismissed, labeled paranoid, unstable, even delusional by those who refused to take his warnings seriously. Many thought he was just chasing attention or clinging to the past. But now, with a flood of lawsuits, shocking arrests, federal raids, and sealed documents becoming public, the tide is turning. People are finally paying attention. Al's once-ignored claims are beginning to align with a disturbing pattern of revelations about Diddy and the inner workings of the entertainment industry. If what Al is saying proves to be true, this could unravel into one of the biggest and most explosive scandals in music history. Could justice finally catch up to Diddy after decades of rumors and silence? Will the truth about Kim Porter and others who suffered in silence finally be revealed? The world is watching closely, and this time it's listening. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.